Oh, that was so cool. I don't know how to describe that.
That was like Nightmare Before Christmas.
You and I.
Okay, so
wait, that's funny. You and I. Ha ha ha.
So this came out in 2011, and the concept is of a 19-year-old girl trapped in a clock tower where time is stopped with a boy who is asleep, and her grandfather made it so that the boy, once she became an adult, would meet her and they'd fall in love, etc., etc.
Wow.
So inside the room, there's like a toy train, and basically like she goes into the toy train and she sees her future and she's like, oh my god, I want this future. I'm gonna like make a time machine. So then she makes a time machine, and on the day she becomes an adult, she steps into the time machine and he wakes up and only sees her leave. So like, do they ever meet? Like that's the whole like, you know, mystery ending.
That's so stressful. Okay.
You and I. Lady Gaga. All right.
We're
Hedwig.
upwards.
Kind of a haunted vibe.
Yeah, really.
Scary.
Spooktacular. Look at the strings in the background. Subtle strings.
This is
Creepy
kind of creepy.
chimes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of beautiful.
Right now it's just creepy. TBH. Ooh, look at those perfect fifths.
I love like hanging on the leading tone. It's such a pretty.
Gotta dig those sweet instruments.
Were those chimes?
Yes.
That's trippy. I like it.
Yeah.
It's ominous choir, the chimes. But yeah, there's like this innocent vibe to it though, you know?
Which makes it creepy.
Exactly.
So she just wants to meet this boy?
Yeah.
There's more to life than men!
Yeah, girl.
Horn. What? Horn. They sounded a little sharp.
This is exactly like Good Day.
She has continued her streak of having a strange amount of orchestra in the back of such a poppy song. I like it. It's just abnormal.
Yeah, I like the chords.
Listen to Good Day after this. We're like, from the percussion to the chords.
It's pretty damn close.
Yeah. And the key change is exactly in the same spot.
It is.
Chorus is pretty different.
Oh, I really like the melody though.
Oh, that, yeah. It's like the action with the like rapid harmony changes.
Sure. I also really like how she like the string fills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Going in between the vocals.
And it makes it not boring.
Yeah, or also just like the hits right here too.
Yeah.
Potential 6-4. Ooh.
Oh, that was so cool. I don't know how to describe that.
That was like Nightmare Before Christmas. That was a lot of modulation that happened in a very short amount of time.
And it just went back. There wasn't like an announcement like we're back in the key again. It just like, oh, we're here.
No, because like with a song like this, there isn't that much contrast, but it just works.
Right.
Because everything's just filled out, and it's just like there are contrasts between the singing and the instrumentals and the hits.
Right.
That it makes it work that way rather than like the contrast in style.
Right.
I also dig that it's not like, for 2011, it's not a super annoying drum track. Cause like, it's not a real drummer or a real bassist, I don't think. But like, the drum track is very nondescript. It's really like out of the way and lets the actual harmonies like be a thing.
Yeah.
Why is there a goose? What the fuck? It's basically like a fairy tale, like this whole.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, it's like
What is this? It's like it's like what's a Ketchatorian.
Where's that from again?
Oh, Saber Dance by Cacciatorian.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, we got a little interlude here.
Piano.
Now we got no drums.
Big dominant pedal. There it is.
Doctor Who?
Yes.
She has a really good voice too. Like it's spot on.
Yeah, even in Good Day, they had the triplets towards the end.
Yes.
So.
Oh, he's waking up. He's waking up, and she's spinning like no other. And he's looking to the side, and he's just confused probably because what the fuck is going on?
Dang! That's so frustrating.
And so she arrives in the same place, but in the future.
Yeah.
My gosh. That ending just went
That
Hollywood
chorus is really extra.
That was like, there was like a little deceptive cadential extension there, and then it went into a cadence. Oh. You can still hear like the little clock ticking in the background, that's pretty cool. And then the train sound. But it's just like piano, like arpeggiating. Jeez. But like, it's like a Alberti bass, it's like da 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 da, but like very slow. Is it symbolism that there's a goose in that store?
Wait. Yeah, she's the next doctor. That's the only explanation.
She's the next doctor. Oh, I thought the dude.
No, she's the next doctor.
What? And he realized it, but he doesn't know what to do. Oh my god. Oh my. I want to cry. Why do I want to cry?
It's so cinematically like.
Look at that little
Wait.
smile and the goose. Now they're zooming in on the goose, so
The
it definitely
goose
was
is dead.
symbolism.
Yeah, so what do you think of that song overall musically?
I actually kind of liked it better as an instrumental track, to be completely honest.
Interesting.
Because I thought this really gives off a film score vibe to me, as like I said earlier, just because it is really sectional and it shifts textures and it shifts like sort of like thematic content really quickly, which is really neat to listen to alone the instrumental, but I don't know if it works too well as a song. Because with songs, you want more consistency, I think.
It definitely was like, and this isn't like a bad thing, but it was like not really like a hummable tune, which is like what makes a lot of pop music successful. Which is I feel like what makes a lot of the K-pop that we watch interesting is that like there are motifs from it that are like, yeah, that's like a good groove. Like you can sing that back to yourself and be like, yeah, that sits like well. But it's also like interesting. This just didn't really have much of that in it, so it was hard for me to like be able to replicate like what we just heard.
I loved it. It was a cool song, right? Like it's very modern movie soundtrack where they have to have the orchestral instruments for that sense of grandeur, but there's still like a lot of modern influences.
Yeah, it was very
cool.
like soundtracky and Disney and also Polar Express and also
Yeah, they
Wizards
straight
of
up had
Waverly
the
Place.
actual Polar Express in it.
all together.
Did you have a favorite or least favorite musical moment?
Yeah, that like lit bit in the middle where they were
Yeah, where it, I liked the part where that slowed down a lot, where she was singing almost like a pendulum. It was cool.
I like when she was on the train and it had that she was on a train and it just went into this like weird different soundscape. I don't know how to describe it because it was like probably a modulation, but I don't know how to. It was so cool. I didn't know the problem is I love it because I don't know what it is. That's the beauty of it.
So IU debuted as a solo artist when she was 15 years old, and she was always shown publicly as like Korea's little sister, as this little innocent girl, and like she was 15, she was already a teen, and even at probably like early 20s, she was still shown as that innocent girl. And so she was like, finally, I believe her label agreed to let her produce her own album saying what she wanted to say, and so then she wrote the lyrics for this song. And so this song is kind of an expression of the duality and irony of her role as an artist, like dealing with what gets you money versus who you really are. And
Yeah,
what, like
I was about to say like that's like the biggest dilemma. It's like, do you do what you're gonna get, you know, the big
Money
paycheck
for?
for, or do you do what makes you feel good inside and fulfilled?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pick.
I love loud shoes, especially heels, and make that click, that satisfying click sound.
What a depressing birthday.
Nah, that cake looks pretty good.
Oh hey, how you doing?
That sound design.
Sound was beautiful.
Wait, did she just die
Yeah.
in the cake?
Or something.
Cool. Wow. Gets right into it. Yeah, this is so different.
I was gonna say that group's kind of like badass.
Yeah.
Like kind of a harsher drum sound.
What a cool song.
Yeah.
It's like there's a breeze when I listen to this.
Oh my god. Her, like the vocals.
I know, like they're very tight harmonies. Like they're close together. And it's like really jazzy kind of sound. I like how she's still got like the strings in the background. That's just like her thing. But it's really subtle in this one.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
This is pretty,
This is cool.
on the nose.
She's very direct with.
It's also super funny. Also, the art is so cool. The animation mixed in is like beautiful.
Man, some big disco vibes.
Dude, I'm really digging like the rhythms.
Yeah, it's very spunky. The minute that she flung her face into the cake, I was like, we are about to get some real shit dropped on us.
I like how she still uses the instrumentals though, but it's in a completely different way.
Yeah.
It is like the pop success that would make her money, but it definitely feels like it still has, like it maintains the image of like adulthood for her. I don't know, like I guess I'd be interested to see if she was happy in how this turned out. Because even if it didn't make her as much money as being some like cutesy 15-year-old, like at least she's more satisfied.
I love the colors in here. And I also like when it like the vocals cut out and she like said something like before it was like she went, check it out, and then like she said something in Korean and it's very catchy in that sense, yeah.
It's amazing how much of the innocent vibe she keeps while she sings about this.
Another thing too, compared to like the last one, or like the last song where it's much more like orchestrated, kind of using unorthodox like orchestration for like a pop song.
Yeah.
Here, I feel like this is more trying to be mainstream.
Yeah.
Or it's not like a carbon copy, but just with just like how everything's structured.
Yeah.
It was like chromatic glow.
I like kind of this break chorus or
Breakdown,
or breakdown.
almost a bridge.
This is very Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, it is.
Even the music with its kind of like weird little
Yeah.
added stuff.
Whoa, yeah, okay, this is a trip. This is incredible.
Yeah, wow. It keeps getting like more and more animated as the video goes, which is really cool.
I'm feeling a weird vibe of like sexualizing being a kid,
Yeah.
and I think that's intentional as like a commentary on the rest of her
Yeah,
career, but I'm
exactly.
still uncomfortable.
It was effective.
Like I'm sure it's on purpose,
Yeah.
but like I'm still uncomfortable.
Chatshire.
Chatshire. I think I've been saying it wrong.
Her album is called Chatshire.
But she woke up from the cake. What if the cake had drugs in it? And maybe she's trying to say, hey, I'm 23, I can do LSD like the big boys now. And then like,
Big girls.
big girls, sorry. Look, fuck.
Wow,
Nice.
that was awesome.
That was a good tune, good video.
Yeah,
I'll
seriously.
remember that one.
I really, really dug that.
Yeah, so musically overall, what do you think of the song?
Great. Sing-songy, had a good vibe with it.
It was poppy, but it wasn't overbearing or patronizing.
Exactly.
I really liked the way they played with the rhythms and the different articulations when she was like singing. Because like sometimes it'd be long and then suddenly short. And like, it was just really funky. Had a nice groove.
It felt kind of disjointed. Like a lot of the transitions weren't very smooth, but I think that might have been on
I'm not
purpose.
mad at it.
Yeah, like there's a lot to say about like the benefits of having something unexpected happen, but if you like don't get it,
Yeah.
it kind of swings a little too far the other way. So I thought that happened a little bit, but ultimately it was cool. It was cute.
It was cool that she did some of the more like singy things at the beginning, because I think that is very akin to the rest of the K-pop genre at that time.
It's definitely not as harmonically complicated as other IU songs, but I kind of liked it in that sense that it like didn't go over the top.
That song, I was trying to like listen to like the chords and stuff. It was pretty much just like a consistent progression throughout. It didn't really have that much variety in terms of like the instrumentals, but like her vocal harmonies were so awesome. And they perfectly brought in like the really tight harmonies and stuff like that, so it wasn't a constant thing. I think if it was, it would have gotten old.
Yeah, the
But,
vocals,
like,
it was like so uplifting and
Yeah.
refreshing when they happened.
What do you think about this concept and music versus the last one?
Yeah, like what you had mentioned before, her trying to be like more grown up and sassy. Like even with like the electronic drum sound, she was using like the bass drum much more harsher and kind of.
Oh yeah. Not as soft and.
Right, yeah, not as soft and nice and
orchestral.
Yeah, almost like not as innocent anymore.
They're so different. Like this one was super different, and I thought it's interesting how, you know, in everything else that we've heard by her, it's very like heavily orchestrated. And this, like, you could hear, yeah, it had like strings in there, but it was so subtle. So it was like she took that part of her past music and incorporated it, but didn't make it stand out as much as it had in the past.
Yeah, like she changed her sounds from the past and it fit in a way like in more alternative kind of pop music.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. And
It sounded like
it's really
everything
quirky.
that I normally listen to.
That's so, yeah, and that's so current right now.
Yeah.
That
And this
kinda,
is from 2 years ago, but like still.
Well, the last one was extremely elaborate. It had a lot to it. It was also, a longer music video, different message completely. I mean, it's kind of hard to compare them just because they are so different and they're going for different messages, but I think both were suiting to what they were trying to get across.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video.
If you want to see what other K-pop songs we're going to be reacting to, make sure that you check out our schedule in the description.
If you're curious about songs that we're going to react to that aren't on our schedule yet, click right here or check out the description.
And of course, a huge thank you to all our patrons who have helped to make our content better. If you want to become a patron, make sure you check out the description for more information or click this box right here.
See you guys next time!